So this is an orienteering program. We have a group of young adults, young children here doing field work. We're going to be going out using a compass and following directions to find caches, geocaches. Where they're going to be finding locations following instructions, and they're going to learn how to use a GPS device to take longitude and latitude readings to mark the waypoints for these cache sites. So let's look at the hillside. Let's look over this way a minute. If you were to look over in this direction, where would you think you'd put lines real close together? Over there, if you look over there.
That V thingy.
Oh, that V thing, that sheer slope. That would be where the topographic lines would be real close together, because if you go horizontal, you're not going very far, but you'd have to climb so high. So all the lines would be real close together. How about down here where all these yellow flowers are?
Really far back.
Yeah, the lines between the topographic lines would be real far apart on the map. So this, you'd have real flat, and then you get over the slope and they'd get real steep, and then they'd flatten out up at the top again.
Only a little.
Right. So topographic maps aren't really too hard to understand, but they're very useful when you're out doing wilderness. When you like to have a map and be able to understand a map if you were lost out here.
Guys, I go, right? Wait, Bella. We know we start this way. Read through that. Go. Look at this.
200 degrees. So lead us, Belle.
I'm trying to.
Mind your way.
Yes.
Okay, wait, let me move. Careful.
Remember to watch where you're going and don't step down the cliff. Follow it to the 200. Match the red arrow with the red end. Red arrow, red end. All right. Walk as walk.
That way, and how far?
You guys see the first clump of trees?
Right there.
Okay, watch out for these plants. They're called star thistles. They have thorns. Good? Anybody want to got it? Okay. Go. Okay. You do it. Go. Okay, stand up. All right. Oh, you're good. Here, let me carry your pencil. All right.
The kids are learning about water quality. So they're testing today for turbidity, for condensation, dissolved oxygen in the water, and also temperature. So they're learning about amphibians. And so we're going to be plunging into the water this morning, and they're all taking turns of groups of 5. And so we're just learning about water quality and the effects on amphibians and populations globally.
What's your role overall with the park? And
I'm a park education specialist, so working on developing curriculum for the park. And this is just one of our outreach programs. It's a science camp where we show the kids the connections between nature and their own connection in the world. Problems do you think we would have? Why do we care if frogs are on this planet? Lots of bugs, insects. Now, insects can be a good thing and a bad thing. There are insects that help us pollinate our flowers, our crops. They provide food for other animals, okay? But there's also insects that can cause problems to our crops. They can carry disease like malaria. And the thing to keep in mind is that if we had no more frogs on this planet, what types of negative impacts would happen to us also, okay? We're all connected. We are, one way or the other. Each and every one of you guys are connected to this planet, to our friends, to our families, to our community. And just removing something as simple as a frog off this planet will cause a huge impact on us directly, okay? Water, what? Falling, right? So if I was water and I'm over a cliff and I'm falling, I'm grabbing air, oxygen, and it's going to swoop into me, and then I go into the pond, okay, or into the lake. So as the process of water churning and circulating, that's grabbing air, oxygen from the air, and pulling it into the water, okay? So that's just another way. So dissolved oxygen is key, okay? So you need to have oxygen in the water, okay, for the amphibians, because in the stages that we talked about, the little baby frogs, before they become adult frogs and are out of water, they're breathing through their gills, okay? And they need to take in oxygen that's trapped in that water. Does everybody understand that? Yeah? Okay. Clipboards.
How many is scat with
Break them
the
up into groups of 5.
Michelle the scat?
This is all the good.
Are we taking this out of the bag?
Maybe put that with the power bunk thing. Deerfoot? There's no
What is that? Michelle, are we taking this out of the bag?
condor. That would be my guess. Here, this is for the pellets, I think.
We take it out?
Yeah, it's
Okay, so parents, who wants to do the skulls and animal traps?
Saying this, Jordan saying that.
Whoa.
And I'm in the middle. Don't touch anything yet. You guys listen for the instructions.
All right, is this our skull group here?
Yes.
Okay, so we got...
No, not this.
Let me just take a minute to explain, and then you guys will be able to basically handle it. You'll even be able to touch the bat, but I'll explain to you how. But the first thing I have to see, though, is everybody like this. Everybody like this, ready?
Are these, is that called? Yes. Fox. Ese no, ese es
You might come across a skull or a pop thing. Or...
Yeah, we want to touch it gently.
Tengan cuidado. Entonces, ese es un coyote. All these animals were what we call roadkill. They were found dead on the road. And Ranger Michelle, she actually took the skins off of them. Not living anymore. She took all the stuff inside out. But she actually found these on the road, and she skinned them and dried them. So she had to, you take anything that's, any part of it that might rot out. Because that's the actual skin. If you take your skin off and you dry it, it's going to feel like that too.
By accident, when you move the jaw, see how they act like scissors? Like there? Those have a special name. For ripping. What do you think these teeth are for?
To get their stock
To be able to grab and kill it by doing what? By stabbing. Those are called
dad. Alexa, look at your dad. Are those as sharp as they are in real life?
okay? You see this right here?
And you guys, when you're done with these little sticks, please make sure I get them back for the next one.
It's like another thing. I'm matching all the stuff.
It'd be interesting to find a word. I can hear you. What we're going to do is we're going to find the prettiest, brightest colored rocks, the rocks that you love, that you feel good, and you're going to help build the walls and make this a big wow. And then tonight, this is a labyrinth. Anybody know the difference between a labyrinth and a maze? They can be both made of rocks.
Go ahead. The biggest difference is a maze has a lot of dead ends and it's there to trick you. The labyrinth has only one way in, you go to the center and you come all the way out. So what the kids did yesterday was they started this labyrinth, and what they did was they found the coolest rocks they could and moss and any other material that they wanted, and they built these walls. Now your challenge is, see how high those walls are? We're going to build it out coming toward the river. We're going to see how far we can get done today. We've only got about an hour. And a cool thing you can do is, I've got a bucket here. If you find a cool rock, you can kind of wash it off and see what color it is. But really, how you create it, where it goes, that's totally up to you. Just as long as you extend it this way. What we're going to do first, though, so you get the experience, is we're going to have you a couple at a time walk through the labyrinth so you can get an idea of what it's like to walk through there, okay? Had fourth graders first, and we had set up a line for them to follow so that at least know where the path is. And then the kids would find boulders, and so the older kids pretty much just, what I told them as far as choosing material was find interesting colors and textures to add to this gray. We had just set up a simple line with gray rocks. So they found wonderful rocks in the river and little bits of wood, and so they used bigger pieces, and they got that started. And then the young children, they brought smaller rocks, and they incorporated sticks and moss and just really took it to a whole new level.
I'm Andres.
And I'm Austin. And
This is our labyrinth.
Maze. It's like a maze thing.
Moss rocks.
Moss on
Sticks, rocks.
Wait, moss fishing sea, and it's made out of rocks.
And then we found the moss at Moss Cove.
Where'd you find the rocks?
The rocks we found
Rocks everywhere.
and then we washed them over in that river over there. And
How'd you know where to put them?
because
Some of the spaces are as big as a rock, so we put it. So sometimes we measure it just to see how.
when we got here, this whole thing was pretty much built, but then we had to make it taller, so it got.
And I designed a gate
A
that you
gate.
could go like this.
Oh. Let me see. How's that work?
And that go over there.
Oh.
Alright, try it.
It'd be easier just to step over. And see right here, we got a tall moss, and
That's like a
I
flag.
can touch it.
That's like a flag up there, huh?
And
It's supposed to have
there's one way in over there.
one way in
You
and
get
one
stuck
way
over
out.
here, and you have to get back on that.
My mother would say, did you ever see Mama wearing pajamas down by the bank? Hey, over the big My mother would say, did you ever see Mama wearing pajamas down by the bank? Hey, over the big pool over me.
First thing I want to say, I want to thank Camp Pinnacles for inviting us, fourth graders. Second thing I want to say is, it's hard to take care of 40 kids. But I intend to finish the day standing. I want to thank not only you kids, but the chaperones, the rest of the teachers, the staff for helping us, and also to making us really enjoy this day and a half or 2 days, all right? Not to mention the fact that we got out of class. Okay? All right.
I learned that kids also snore. I couldn't go to sleep last night. Okay, I learned that it's great to expose children to this environment. We haven't been here many oftentimes, right? So did we have fun? You can also learn that there's a lot of caring adults. Thank you for making this happen. I'm sure it took a lot of effort, a lot of resources, so thank you very much.
Well, it has been an absolute treat to be here. I am so impressed with the amount of organization, beauty, and just like it was mentioned earlier, the caring adults. Because I mean, we brought our team of HDLA. I think we brought about 15 chaperones, and those 15 chaperones, we spread them out, and I didn't see some of my chaperones, my parents, ever during our trip, and I thought, where were you guys? And they were helping, and they were in charge of different areas, so it really just showed that this is a total team effort, and way to go, team. Nice job. Excellent job.
I don't normally drink coffee, but coffee sure tasted great this morning after freezing all night. So I learned even in June I need to pack extra blankets. Okay, but I also learned more about my own students here, being able to spend time with them outside the classroom, and it just kind of reinforced, what great kids they are. And I also met a lot of other great kids here over the last couple of days. So it was a lot of fun spending time with you guys and seeing you learn new things. I know some of them were pretty tired walking up and down the hills, but then you learned you're out of shape, right? So. But no, it was good. It was good. So I hope everybody had a good time and would want to come back next time.
One more thing, and probably the most important of all, is none of this would happen or be possible without Paula and the Pinnacles partnership. Thank you, Paula, so much. She works on this all year long for all of us to enjoy. And we also want to thank Jason and everyone, and Nance for the food, RS Bar Ranch for letting us be here, and all the Pinnacles staff and employees that come out and help put this on and put together the programs for you guys. We wouldn't have any of the science stuff or anything like that without them. So thank you, everybody. Okay?
Or the labyrinth. They're walking through you.